something you learned embarrassingly late in life? It's 99.7 DJX. Anna rolls in and says, I'm originally from Mississippi. And until I was about 18, I thought everyone else in the country counted with their own state. You know, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. She thought it'd be like 1 Kentucky, 2 Kentucky, 3 Kentucky.
No. Nope. Just Mississippi.
It's just Mississippi.
And even then, I didn't do that.
What did you use? Did you use a state?
No.
Oh,
I just like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, how did you know the spacing of the seconds?
I just felt it.
Wow.
I felt it.
Okay. You felt it.
Yes.
What's something you learned embarrassingly
Maybe I would have
late
said
in
like
life?
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3
Oh,
1,000.
you used the
Yeah.
1,000s.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess I would go between Mississippi and 1,000. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay. Derek says it wasn't until I was about 20 that I discovered you're supposed to add water to condensed soup. I very vividly remember eating condensed tomato soup in my dorm room without any water. So I was essentially eating ketchup.
This is thick.
It even tells you that. You're
This is
supposed
thick.
to add
Yes.
a can of water
Yes.
to pour out soup, then fill up the can with water. And then there you go.
You learned embarrassingly late in life. Another one. Houston is not the name of the guy astronauts talk to.
Oh,
Houston, we have a problem. It's like, where's Houston?
The only guy that can do this job has to be named Houston.
So I don't want to get too industry right now.
To industry.
But in radio, there used to be a way that we would broadcast remotely, and we would use a unit called the Marty unit.
Yeah.
And I thought for the longest time that there was a guy on staff named Marty.
Stop it.
This is when I was young and I started in radio, and you know, they'd be like, oh, is the Marty connection good? You know, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, who's Marty?
Let me ask him.
Who's
I'll
Marty?
ask Marty if we're connected.
That's funny. Things you learned embarrassingly late in life.
Lisa, I didn't know tortilla chips were made out of tortillas until I was 20 years old and saw the line cook at my job cut up a tortilla and throw it in the deep fryer. Wow.
I mean, hey, you know what? It's good that you're learning these.
Yes.
Did you know that?
But you know what? I don't know if I've ever sat there and thought about how they make.
Well, if you look at tortilla chips, they're like little wedges, and if you put 4 of them together, you get a circular like little corn tortilla.
You're right. Now, see, I'm looking at Doritos, right?
No,
and
Doritos
are curled a little bit.
Yeah,
They're not flat. They're not
gosh.
flat. Kevin says I was maybe 17 or 18 before learning it was Timbuktu, not Timbuk number 2. I thought there was an original Timbuk out there somewhere.
Timbuktu. Timbuk also.
But now we just reference the second one.
We're just referencing number 2. Number 2 was way better. Number 2 was way better.
Oh, there's a lot of people that maybe think it's like $10 too.
$10
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time I even thought of Timbuktu was.
Well, yeah. And then really, I might have been today years old when I learned how to spell it.
Oh.
Timbuktu.
Another one. I thought that horses had toes until I was about 22. I thought the hoof was a horseshoe and toes were tucked inside.
What? So is that, let's get the horse's shoes on. Wow.
That is funny. That's funny.
Great.
That is good. These are things you learned embarrassingly late in life.
Oh, wow. Seth said things aren't supposed to start to get blurry at about 15 to 20 feet. I learned I needed glasses at 26 from an online thread. It was only when I saw someone post a photo on social media of what lights at night look like when you have an astigmatism and all the comments that I realized I have an astigmatism and that lights don't look like that to everyone.
It's like, wow.
What a life-changing thing to learn at 26 years old.
Like, oh, wait, hang on a second. Those aren't supposed to be blurry?
I'm supposed to have clear vision.
I know. But I guess if that's all you see.
And you've never gone to an eye doctor ever?
Oh, that's
maybe.
Funny.
Maybe.
Ange said, when I started shaving, I thought women shaved their arm hair also.
Oh, well,
My mom caught me and asked what I was doing. So I had been shaving my arm hair for 6 months to a year.
my daughter does that.
It's like all the hair on my arm,
Yeah.
under it and on it,
Like
gone.
I think apparently our neighbor turned her on to it, and she was like, she looks at me weird. I'm like, babe, most of us don't do that. You know, it's like, I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. Like she wants smooth. I feel like you're going to be locking yourself into a long life of too much shaving.
Yeah,
if you're doing that.
I mean, my wife dated a swimmer when she was in high school,
Sure.
and swimmers, they shave like
that makes more sense.
all their body
My daughter's
hair.
not a swimmer.
Right.
Not at all. And Dave said, let me tell you about how I thought you were awarded a Pulitzer surprise. Not a Pulitzer prize.
Stop it. Surprise! These are good. Oh.
He didn't say what age you learned that.
That is
But
too
it's
funny.
late in
All right,
life.
that's good. That's good.
great.
Thank you for all the comments
That's great.
on embarrassingly
Only
like
smart people
learn.
can get the Pulitzer
The Surprise! Oh, good stuff on 99.7 D.